Just unboxed my new garden sprayer, Smith Contractor sprayer, available from Amazon. That's what the box looks like. Free 2-day shipping if you have Amazon Prime, which I highly recommend. We use it constantly. It comes with a 1-year limited warranty. I read that, and basically, the way I interpret it, it means it gives you 1 year to see if there's some sort of factory defect on this thing. There's disclaimers in here that they're not going to be liable for misuse or misapplication. In other words, anything you would do that would probably mess up a sprayer, they're not going to cover. And plus, you would have to pay the shipping and handling on any parts you needed replaced. Heck, for the price, you'd be better off just to go buy another one. In a previous video, I mentioned that the reason I ordered this one, this is the only garden sprayer I was able to find anywhere that got good reviews. Everything else from whatever store you shop at gets pretty poor reviews on their garden sprayers. The most common complaint is that they clog up. You would think that just adding a little bit of bleach to some water would not mess up a sprayer, but apparently it does. I don't know. I've never done that. Anytime I use bleach with water around my house, I put it in a mop bucket, and take a big brush and scrub the side of my housing. Okay, let's see what it comes with. It's got a carrying strap. I may or may not use that. I think that's going to go back in the box. It's got the tank, a hose, a wand. It all looks pretty self-explanatory there. You don't need to be Einstein to put this thing together. Looks like there's some sort of pressure release valve here. That's pretty handy, especially for people who are not very experienced with pump-up sprayers. A lot of times, if you try to release the pressure by unscrewing it, spray will fly up in your face or something, or get on your hands. This is interesting. It comes with a variety of nozzles. The one that's not in the package appears to be some sort of plastic adjustable nozzle. I assume that would be for most applications. It does have a little washer in there, some sort of seal. So this is the one I'm going to start with. But looking at these other things, there's a metal nozzle. Well, when I first do my experiments, I'm not going to start with the metal one. If I'm going to mess something up, I'll mess up the plastic. It's got a little insert here for your wand. It looks like a little tube that would create a foaming action. It's got a couple of fan spray attachments. One's medium volume, the other's high volume. It looks like a spare seal in there, and a cap to attach these other deals. All right, well, I'm going to get started. I don't think there's any reason to read these directions. I mean, it's pretty straightforward how to put this thing together. I'm going to give it a try here in a few minutes. All right, I'm getting ready to assemble this garden sprayer, Smith Contractor sprayer, with Viton, whatever in the heck Viton is. But anyhow, I'm proud to have a sprayer with Viton. First thing you want to do is take the plunger out and look down inside that baby. Make sure there's not something that they put in there during shipment. Mine's empty. When I worked with a pest control company, we got brand new trucks with new tanks on them, and nobody looked to see that there was an instruction book inside that empty tank. Most of us just went ahead and filled the tank up and started using it. Didn't realize there was a problem until our filters clogged up. All right. I guess the first thing we want to do is insert the hose into the tank. Apologize for all this flopping around. Tell you what, let me go get my hat and I'll attach my camera to my hat so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, this is my camera hat. You may recognize this little device. It's comes standard with most of your sport cameras. And what I did was just take it and screw it onto the bill of my camouflage cap there. That way I can just insert the camera into this slot and it'll look in the same direction I'm looking. Let me get the camera in there and we'll proceed. Alright, we're back in action now. Step one was to insert the hose into the tank. Yeah, that went on pretty good. Just get it about finger tight. You don't want to use a tool on that. You could easily strip this out. It's just plastic. Next thing I'm going to do is attach the wand to the handle. I'm assuming that to get this thing to work, you depress the trigger to make the spray come out. Oh, it looks like it's got some sort of little locking device there in case you're too weak to hold that trigger down. It'll hold down automatically for you. You can see what I'm doing. And I assume this thing screws on clockwise. Yeah, it's going on just fine. Before I get it all the way tightened up, I want to decide which way I want this trigger to be. I'm thinking I'll have the trigger in the position around my fingers, my thumb on top, and I'll point the wand in a direction sort of semi-down. Then I'll go ahead and tighten that on there, finger tight. Dude, I think we're ready for the nozzle, don't you? Okay, as I mentioned, we're going to start with this plastic nozzle. It already has the washer in it and everything. And just screw that on to the end of the wand. And it looks like the tip moves left and right. I'm assuming that would take it from pin stream to fan spray. Or maybe it just adjusts the size of the pin stream. We're going to find out here in just a few seconds. I've removed the plunger from the tank. I'm going to put some water in here. I'll shake it up and dump it. Actually, it looked pristine clean, but who knows what kind of chemicals they use at the manufacturing plant when they produce these things. I don't want to be the one who puts something bad on my vegetables. I'll fill it up to about 1 gallon. That's a gallon. Pam's tomatoes have got a little bit of blight on them. Mine are sitting close to hers, so I don't want to get the blight. I'm going to mix up the concoction I saw on YouTube. Vegetable oil, any brand of dish detergent, some baking soda. This is a scoop I found in the kitchen. It says 30 milliliters. I'm not sure how much that is in real speak. Looks like a couple of ounces. Like I said, it probably doesn't matter that much since I don't really know the prescribed dose. I'm mostly using the scoop. Damn, did you see that? I dropped the damn scoop inside the bucket. Jeez. Well, I think the only way I'm going to get that out is to dump out my solution and see if I can shake it out of there. But look, I'm putting my hand in there. Oh, this is going to be a Chinese puzzle getting that baby out. That scoop was almost the same width as the diameter of this hole. It floats, so I guess it's not going to hurt anything in there. But I'm going to dump this out and see if I can shake that baby out. I got a feeling it's not going to come out. You're going to have to hit that hole just perfect to get that out. It could happen to you. Don't laugh. Okay, well, lesson learned. Hang on to your scoop when you're knocking it in there. All right, let me see if I can shake this baby out. Guess what? I'm shaking that thing, shaking it, and it's not coming out. Let me see what I can do here. Whoa! My nickname is Magic Fingers. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. 30 milliliter scoop retrieved. All right, we're gonna get back to filling this thing again. All right, take two. I re-added the water to the tank, 1 gallon of water. I'm gonna take a scoop of baking soda and I'm gonna hang on to the scoop this time. If you're as clumsy as I am, you may want to attach some sort of wrist strap to that baby. I think I was really lucky to get it out. Again, I don't know the prescribed measurements to put into this solution. I watched several videos about it and it varied. But I don't see anything poisonous. The baking soda is actually the alkali material that's going to help prevent an environment conducive to blight, fungus. So that's really the only thing that's going to be working. The vegetable oil, I think that just helps it stick to the leaves. And if vegetable oil's poisonous, I'd have been dead long ago. I live off of fried foods. In fact, I'd be tempted to take a swallow of that if I thought we had a little bit more in the cabinet. Might need that to fry up some fish tonight. Alright, vegetable oil goes in. And some dish detergent. I don't know what this does. Maybe it repels bugs or something. I've heard of, I'm not a gardener by the way, but I've heard of a product called neem soap. And it's a cure for something. But anyhow, we're going to put some dish detergent in there. You know, I'm almost tempted to try that little foaming device that came with this kit. I'll do that on the next round. I'll see if that foaming thing makes this soap foam up, or does it require a special foaming solution like foaming hand soap. Alright, that's it, baby. Get the cap back on here so bugs don't eat up my cooking oil. Put the plunger in, screw it down hand tight, agitate it. By the way, I think you always want to have some water in this thing before you start adding powders. If you put the baking soda into a dry tank, it may just stick to the bottom of that thing if there's any moisture in it and not mix up right. If you're mixing more than a gallon, I'd say put a gallon of water in there, add your chemicals, and then put your other gallon on top of that. I don't know why, but I like Oreos, so I like the idea of a sandwich mixture. Alright, to pump this thing up, kind of press down a little bit and turn the handle itself counterclockwise. If you don't press down just a little bit, you could unscrew the entire plunger. Lift it up and press down. Lift it up, press down. You can pretend like you're blasting some TNT down at the gold mine. I don't know what else you can pretend you're doing, but I don't know how many pumps that is, but just getting pretty darn tight. And I mean a lot tighter than you would find on the other garden sprayers. I got a feeling this is going to perform well. Okay. That's the pin stream coming out. I'll turn it clockwise. Yeah, it's starting to come out fan spray. And a fine fan spray. I think we're ready to do some tomato plant treating. Yeah, you see how that leaf right there is starting to get a little bit of color on it. Yellow on the tip. That's probably some sort of spore that got on it from the diseased plants on the other end of the row. But I'm just going to lightly spray this thing. I think it probably helps to spray the underside of the leaves too. I don't know, but it's easy to do, especially the way that nozzle is cocked at a 45-degree angle. It's just comfortable to hold it like that. I'm really liking this sprayer, and I've had a lot of experience with compressed hand sprayers. Spent 20 years in the pest control business. I don't know how many bugs I killed, but I sure pumped up a bunch of sprayers. You know, it probably wouldn't hurt to spray the soil around this thing too. I don't know if it helps, but I can't see how it would hurt. Okay, I'm going to do that all the way down this line of plants. Just another thought comes to my head, I'll give you a call. Otherwise, this is goodbye for now.